right. Hello, YouTube. This is VSG Lauren here, coming at you. I am 5 months post-op from vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is also about 22 weeks. I made 5 months on the 17th of this month. So today's January 22nd. I had my surgery on August 17th, 2016. I try to stop saying every other word. I had my surgery in Oahu at Moanalua Medical Center by Dr. Brian Wong. My highest weight was 300 pounds. My surgery weight was 254 pounds. And my weight when I came at you last about 2 weeks ago was 205.6. My current weight, kind of current within the last few days, was 202.2. So that gives me a total loss of 97.8 pounds. My loss since surgery is 51.8 pounds. And my loss since my last video is 3.4 pounds. So I'm pretty excited about that. My weights continue to go up and down by about 3 pounds depending. I didn't weigh myself first thing in the morning today. I had already had breakfast and was dressed, and I was like, I'll just take my last one, which was 202.2. But it's not unusual to go up to, it was up to 205 before that, and then down to 202 and then up to 204. And so I don't weigh myself every day, but that's been about what it is. So I was just looking at 5 months since surgery, and that means it's a little over 10 pounds a month, which is a great loss. And it's been about 14 months since my highest weight. So that was really good. My highest weight was in November 2014, and I lost about 30 pounds within about 3 or 4 months then, and then I lost the other about 15 to 20 more pounds after I went to the pre-op liquid diet. So I did lose a lot before surgery. I recommend losing a lot before surgery if you can, because when you get the surgery, it's a metabolic switch, and then it kind of pushes you from that point on. So if you're already at a lower weight, you're going to get the more dramatic results at a point, like for me, where I normally would have been probably plateauing. I had my surgery at that point, and so it really accelerated my results, I think. So I'm pretty happy so far. Sorry, my phone. The last couple of weeks have been very, very busy. I did mention in my last video we had a surgery event which lasted all week, and they're 10-hour days. And so I was pretty exhausted, and then just recovering from that kind of a week is pretty involved too. So I actually haven't felt really well rested until recently. Today's probably the first day I felt really good. Like I got enough sleep, like I've kind of caught up with other things in life. I've had some downtime. Got a handle on things a little better. So yeah, I feel like I'm good. I wrote in my notes, sometimes I just survive. And I don't mean that to be like in a dramatic way, but sometimes I don't hit all my goals. I have a lot of goals, and nobody's perfect. I'm not always going to track my food. I'm not always going to make the best choices. I'm not always the best in every area, but I think that's normal, and I think it's normal to be good in some areas and while some other areas kind of are lacking. And as long as everything kind of stays within this range of what's acceptable to you, then I think that's okay. During my times of these long surgery days, there's not many breaks. So I've gotten really good at keeping snacks at my station and keeping huge bottles of water. And I always have a big protein shake because I love my protein shakes. They keep me hydrated, and I get my protein in. And then I feel like that way I can, the food choices that are offered, I don't feel as pressured to try to make a whole nutritious choice out of this small amount, because I know, like, I've got my protein. So for example, if we have pizza, maybe I can only eat the toppings because the bread doesn't sit well with me. Or I'll have like a tiny piece and try to have some salad, because even though salad is not a big contributor for protein and nutrients, it's good for some roughage and some vegetables. And if I've already met some protein goals, then I can do that. So I've been kind of balancing things out that way. I don't see a time in my life where I'm not going to have protein supplements now. I'm kind of hooked on the shakes, and I have a bar I do have a bar every day, unless I'm at home all day and I could make other things, but they're just so easy for my lifestyle to have a bar with me, and I found some that I really like. I don't know if everybody likes it, but I actually really found I like the Costco brand Kirkland. They have some like cookie dough ones and some chocolate ones. They're very candy bar-ish to me, so I think they taste pretty good. I like to have them in the morning. And then I have other snacks throughout the day, which are like usually nuts and cheese or jerky. And then I have a little more flexibility for my meals. I might have some carbs in there. Sorry. Yeah, so that's what's going on in that way. Now that things are calming down a little bit, I'm able to plan a little more. I was able to do a decent grocery shop so I can do a little more meal planning, and have some downtime to rest and feel restored, and finally have good solid sleep. I think sleep's super important too. It makes me feel less hungry because I'm not like searching for energy from outside sources, because yes, coffee helps, food helps, but nothing replaces sleep. It just won't. Other things, I've been doing much better on my hydration. I've been doing really good. I've been meeting my goals. I've been, like I said, doing better on my downtime and my planning. I have been doing some planning for my New Zealand trip. Hold on, come here. Please don't interrupt again, okay? Okay. Sorry. Gotta unlock the iPad so she can do her homework. So, anyway, I'm working on my New Zealand trip planning. I'm at like kind of the 12-month countdown. Actually, I'll be moving in January 2018, the third week of January. This is to get there to start school on time. My daughter will be starting school in the beginning of February, and I'll be starting school at the end of February. And I'm really excited. I'm also kind of mixed feelings about feeling sad about leaving my home here. I've developed some pretty good connections here. I love my job. I love the people I work with, and it's going to be really, really hard to leave. And as I get closer, I'm sure those feelings will be more intense. I've also developed some relationships here through friends, family, dating, all of that, and that are going to be really hard to leave also. At the same time, I feel I owe myself this opportunity to press on. I've set up my goals in a way that they've become non-negotiable to me. Regardless of my feelings, I'm going to press on because I will regret it if I don't, and I know that. So I've got kind of some goals set up. I really need to get my passport first, and then I have my big application deadlines coming in March. Anyway, I know this isn't weight loss surgery related, but it's my life too, and so that's kind of what I've got going on there. So things I need to work on. And I'm just going to preface this with I'm trying not to overwhelm myself with all these things I have to work on, because it's easy for me to get overwhelmed and do none of it. I just try to maintain sometimes and just keep my sanity. And it feels like sometimes I just bite off a little more than I can chew. And that's defeating then when I come and do my updates every week with you guys, and I'm like, yeah, I have the same goals. And they are kind of the same. At least I got better with some of these things. Last time hydration and planning and downtime were on my needs work, and so I've done that. So I do feel pretty much better about that. This week I've noticed my 5K is 6 weeks away. I have done 2 workouts related to 5K. I've done some other, physical activities that are more like hiking and stuff like that, but that doesn't really count towards my 5K goal. So I really need to get on my Couch to 5K app and try to get in shape to get this done. My daughter reminded me of it today. She said, how far away is it? It's March 5th, exactly 6 weeks from now. So we got to get our butts into gear and get it done. The other thing that's been on my needs work list for the past several updates was tracking on myfitnesspal. I think I tracked half of one day in the last 2 weeks. I know that it will help me make better choices, because I do sneak in a bite of a donut or a cookie here or some candies. Maybe it's just a few, but those things add up, and those are really easy for me to not acknowledge and then wonder why I'm not losing more later. Whereas when I track them and I look at them at the end of the day, I know where I'm at more, and I have to look at it and acknowledge it. And so just doing that, I'm sure, will help me. So there's that. I also have a journal I am going to write in. I've been meaning to write this since the beginning, but my girlfriend got this for me. I don't know if you can see it. It does say make it happen, but then there's like this little SH right here. I'm like trying to hold it different angles. You probably can't see it. It's my make shit happen journal, and I'm really excited about it. And like, here's for an example, the monthly themes. It's probably all backwards. Start somewhere, commit, clear your path, cultivate gratitude, be present, listen and trust, choice, Meraki, do the thing, live big, play with possibility, and let that shit go. So I'm excited about, they have sections where you dream, goal, plan, and action. So make shit happen. Because I want to make shit happen. That's my update for now. As I mentioned before, I'll still try to continue doing it weekly. If not, every other week is a pretty decent interval in my opinion. I am going to do a little body shot just for update purposes. And because I don't edit videos, I'm just going to push away my camera. So that's where I'm at. I'll turn around. So I have lost quite a bit of weight in my back, luckily, and my bum. I have a better shape overall. I don't have a lot of loose skin, luckily, but there is some. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see, I'm so white, it's like gonna be just glaring. So it's kind of, so I still have some thickness in here. My skin is kind of papery a little right here, kind of drapey. I can kind of stretch it and like be like, oh, that's what a normal belly button would look like. And then that's what mine looks like. What else? Everything else seems to be shaping up pretty good. I will say, at least in one department, I can almost guarantee I'll be getting my breasts done. Weight loss surgery breasts are a real thing. They're not pretty. Not when you go from an I cup to a C cup. And that's where I'm at. Gravity has done terrible things. And the deflation, my breasts have done terrible things. In a way, they have more of a rounder appearance, but they're just so sad. So, I'd like to give them the opportunity to be the best breast that they can be. I think I'd feel pretty good about that. Anyway, that concludes my update for this week. Thank you so much for sticking with me. And please subscribe if you like it. I don't plan on stopping updates, especially going to do my transition as I move to New Zealand to go to veterinary school, and hopefully going to be hitting my goal, which who knows what that really is. Hopefully I'll be in Wonderland soon, you guys. I think I'm going to try to really push for that. I mean, maybe, you never know, maybe next time I come at you, I'll be in Wonderland. So that would be really fun. So, all right, take care. Do your best and set realistic goals. I will see you guys next time, and hopefully I have some more good news to share with you guys. All right, bye.